people? It's Joshua here, feature filmmaker, and our Fraser reviews, where I talk movies, TV, and music. And if you couldn't tell by the title of this video, I am going to be doing a live reaction to the behind the scenes and cast and Q&A for the upcoming Denis Villeneuve two-part film adaptation of Dune, based on the novel, well-celebrated novels by Frank Herbert. This is going to be a part of my Road to Dune 2021 coverage, where I review not only the films, but I also just share like reactions like this and talk about character posters and such. And this is going to be a fun one. And so, with that being said, we have one person watching. So, of course, obviously with Dune, this was one of my most anticipated of last year. But of course, things happened. It got delayed. And so now we have it coming out on October 1st, 2021. And I am very excited for this. First of all, I would like to thank you all for watching my trailer reaction to the film last year. You guys made that one of the most well loved, well viewed trailers reactions I've done. I'm very thankful for you guys for doing that. So we're gonna react to the live Dune behind the scenes, which we're gonna have, of course, Stephen Colbert. He's interviewing the director, Denis Villeneuve, and some of the cast members, from Timothée Chalamet to Rebecca Ferguson to Zendaya to Jason Momoa, and then they are gonna show a trailer of it, which I have not watched. I've watched the trailer multiple times, but I just want to watch the trailer again because of how good it is. And with that being said, if you are excited for Dune, let's talk about this and let's react to it with me in the comment section below. Let's talk, have a little live chat. And with that being said, we're gonna get started. Now, as far as my thoughts on the 1984 movie, which I reviewed last year when the movie was initially attempted to come out, I didn't hate that movie, but the more I think about it, it is a very messy, truncated, and just weird version of the film, of Frank Herbert's novel. And I'm going into this clean, without reading the books, without knowing anything about the Dune books. So, no, I have not read the books. I'm not going to read the books because I want to go in with a clean slate. And and trust what Denis Villeneuve does. And obviously, Denis Villeneuve is one of my favorite directors. Of course, Blade Runner 2049 is my favorite of his. I am a tad worried that this might dethrone 2049, but you know what? Any this if this is just as great as 2049, that's all I need. So, with that being said, we're going to pull up. I am going to be watching it on my Chromebook as well, and I'm going to share the little clip in the in the little screen share. So, with that being said, if you are somebody out there, that one person, and who's commenting, thank you guys so much for coming on down, and we're gonna get started. And on, and we're gonna share the video file. Uh-huh.
This entire
And when no one's in the chat, we're going to be watching this, and it needs to get this in full screen mode. So, okay, if you are somebody in the chat, just all right. So I'm gonna press play here in 3, 2, 1, go. And also, I will be stopping to talk about some of the stuff that they're interested in and react to some stuff. So let's get into it. Shit. And by the way, guys, be on the lookout this weekend because we are going to be doing. I am going to be doing a live watch along with my friend John Avenger, and we are going to be watching Aquaman this coming up weekend. It'll probably be on Friday or Saturday. So, with that being said, let's get into it. Hang on. So, we got 2 people watching, and we must got some people who are really sorry for this movie. And for all you Dune people out there who are fans of Dune, don't tell me to read the books, because I'm not going to read the books. So, hang on, it's my dog. It's my dog. I'm sorry about my dog. He's a little cranky. He's a little cranky. He's cuckoo, and he's a little crybaby. Just hang on, guys. Hang on. Just for to do coverage. Alright, so I've wasted a few minutes, so let's just get into it. Full screen, and here we go.
You have so much potential.
I hope you live. This movie looks. I just gotta say, from the way this movie looks,
Trust me, you're gonna have me done.
It's huge. It's fantastical.
Zendaya.
It's unlike anything else that's out there.
Oscar Isaac. Timothée Chalamet. Dune behind the scenes. I love the way they have that.
It's been called the
out.
greatest science fiction novel of all time, and is at its heart really a coming-of-age story, not just for Paul Atreides, but for humanity. I read the novel when I was younger.
If
it
the
had a huge
movie is
impact
as good
on me. If there's anybody out there who could do it, it's Denis
I probably am
Villeneuve.
going to read books.
Welcome to one of the most exciting interviews of my career. Timothée Chalamet, Rebecca Ferguson, Oscar Isaac, Josh Brolin, Zendaya, Sharon Duncan-Brewster, Jason Momoa, Javier Bardem, and Denis Villeneuve. I've been incredibly excited about this movie coming out. I have gobbled up every bit of released set art, character design, casting reveals, photography as the casting character, and everything I've seen as a longtime fan looks absolutely perfect.
You can tell they
I'm so excited that I actually went back and I've been rereading the book. I'm sort of at a fever pitch of my Dune enthusiasm right now. And I hadn't read it since I was 19 years old, and I can't believe how much of it has stuck with me since then. I first read it when I was not that much older than Paul Atreides, and of course I was Paul Atreides, and I believed that fear was the mind killer, and I would let the fear pass through me, and I would, when the fear passed through, I would watch its path, and when the fear was gone, only I would remain. But I didn't even realize it till just now I went back and read how influential it was. Please welcome my first two guests, Dune's director and star, Denis Villeneuve, and Timothée Chalamet.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Stephen. Thank you for having us.
For each of you, what was your first encounter with the story. Denis, let's start with you.
Like you, I was the age of Paul Atreides. I was 15 years old, and I was grabbed right at the beginning of the first pages, and I read the whole series, and I became a Dune fan. I became obsessed by it.
You can tell that when did you first Denis, he is very passionate about this.
Well, I'd love to say I came to it in my youth as well, because I can see, for you, Stephen, and also Denis as well, and other people that have worked on this project now, how formative it was in their youth.
Timothée Chalamet.
But the truth is, I came to it following Denis' career and seeing the article on IndieWire, or whatever it was at the time, and he'd become attached to direct it.
Well, I have good news for you.
I am going to pause throughout this. If Denis Villeneuve, and Timothée Chalamet are not in the Oscar run for 2022 Academy Awards next year, then something is wrong with the Academy, because this is basically the new Lord of the Rings in sci-fi form. So, obviously, if this ain't nominated for Oscars, then everybody should have the rights to write. So, let's pause it.
For you, Timothy, you still have an opportunity to encounter it in your youth. What can you tell us about Paul Atreides?
And here's Timothy talking.
Paul Atreides is a young man who's facing extraordinary circumstance, an extraordinary struggle, is trying to navigate it with integrity, with honor, with faith.
You can tell that they're having a good time on set.
His father,
on set
Paul,
photo
sees that there's
him
potential
and Oscar
that he's
Isaac.
on a path greater than he understood, that perhaps he's not simply a regular man.
That's one of my favorite images
what was it
from
about
the
Timothée
set
Chalamet
of
that
Timothy
said
and Rebecca.
That would be the perfect person to realize this role?
Timothée has many qualities. Among them, there's a deep intelligence in the eyes, and he has a whole soul. I have the impression when you talk with Timothée that he lives many lives.
Anyone who says he's not a good actor, go and watch his other movies.
He looks
Call Me
so
by Your
young
Name,
on camera.
Beautiful Voice.
So that contrast of having someone that seems to have a lot of experience,
and plus you can't have
in the same time being like in the middle of his teenage years.
And Christopher Nolan made a movie together with Villeneuve as the director and Chris Nolan as the producer. That would be one of the most beautiful
his adaptability,
films.
his ability to listen and to perceive the essential moment. Is that anything like acting to you?
Yeah, you feel the environment, and specifically for the role of Paul. And thank you to Denis. I don't know, the other actors could speak to it better than I could, especially Josh worked on Sicario with Denis. But I think I did 2 scenes on a green screen. I think it's literally 2 scenes I did on a green.
How are you doing? We are reacting to the live behind-the-scenes stuff on Dune 2021. Denis Villeneuve's Dune as part of my Dune coverage on the channel. The next thing Dune related will be my review of the miniseries. So I'll be stick around for that. But it's nice to have you here. June the 9th is when Sisters comes back on. She misled you. And just from the set photos there, well, I just stopped there. That it tells that Villeneuve is working very closely with his production designer to fully get his concept realized. Anyways. We'll get back into it. But yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm doing cool. It's nice to see you here. I know you are pretty excited for Dune as well, Eddie. I am excited as well. And I hope it's good. It lives up to the trailer and what this behind the scenes stuff has been telling me it is. Otherwise, this is going to be one of the big letdowns of the year. But I'll tell you this: it won't be as bad as Cosmic Sin, which that review is already saw, and that's going to be the first review related this week you're going to get. And already edited, already ready to upload. So stick around for that. Anyway, let me just remove the comment here. But it's good that you're watching.
Screen, and besides that, everything else was practical.
Well, Denis, what do those real locations mean for you to be in those spaces where you can make discovery?
For me, one condition I had to shoot the movie was that I wanted to shoot in the real desert. My argument was that
they shot in the real desert,
in the swimming pool.
Anyone who's
the
tired
title
of
is
deserts,
Dune.
his
it needed to
deserts
be in
are
the
going to
real
be
environment, so we
very
would be inspired by the infinity.
When you're shooting in the desert in Jordan, the spirituality of the location, and I'll ruin it with my words, so I won't even try, but you're really in it.
That's why at the very core, it's a tragedy about a family going into a new environment.
Denis, this is a sweeping story in so many ways, but one of the important things that you have to understand is the dynamics between House Atreides and House Harkonnen.
I will say that my secret weapon for that was Stellan Skarsgård.
After
5 seconds on screen, people will understand right away what is his position regarding the Atreides and what is the difference of moral values between the Atreides and the Harkonnens.
Timothy, let's bring out the man and the woman who play your parents, Duke Leto Atreides and the Lady Jessica. Please welcome Oscar Isaac and Rebecca Ferguson.
Hi.
Hey, Steven.
Tell me and the audience about Duke Leto Atreides. What do we need to know?
He's the father. He's human. I think that's the biggest thing. And under incredible pressure to save his family, save his house, but to adapt to this new existential threat situation, which is moving to this strange planet.
Rebecca, rereading the book right now, I am struck by how much of the story, the backstory and the action of the story is actually driven by the decisions that Lady Jessica makes.
I'm very impressed with the fact that
Now, stopping there to answer Eddie's question. Yes, Network 98 Live. I do like pizza. I love pizza. That's an obvious question, but okay. You'll have to excuse the noise. We're gonna mute my phone a little bit. Sorry about that little interruption, but yeah, Eddie, I do love pizza. I love pizza. I love pepperoni, cheese, bacon. Even to a certain degree, pineapples, but at the same time, pineapples should not really be going on pizza. That is a rule. But anyways, now I just paused it there with Duke Leto and Jessica, played by Oscar Isaac and Rebecca Ferguson. And I just want to say, I think they are two of the greatest actors working today, especially Rebecca Ferguson. She is a great actress. Dr. Sleep, Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, Mission Impossible Fallout, which I actually own. Life, which I thought was pretty decent. But Greatest Showman, she was great in. And she is perfectly cast in the role of Lady Jessica, but going into this with her, I am a little bit worried about her because from the trailer, she looks great in the trailer. It's just like she doesn't really get a big moment in the trailer, but it's only the first trailer, and also because her character is kind of a little bit emotionless in a way from the trailer, but Rebecca Ferguson, if she pulls it off, I'm giving her a chance, but I will stop. I hope I didn't piss anyone off there. But yeah, we're gonna here. But yeah, let's get back into it. Let's unpause it and let's just. Let me hang on. Wait till catch up. Of course, you have Duke Leto Atreides, Josh Brolin, Rebecca, gorgeous smile.
You, Stephen, actually read the book again, but it's a little applause to Denis. He highlighted this from the book in the film, that her decisions basically create fracture
like a Star Wars
and
Jedi
disrupts
princess.
Everything.
Oscar, what's it like to be
and
there
also
on
a lot of the decisions
these grand
that goes on to the
sort of unprecedented in their scale?
Well, I'll just say that,
you know, kind of fall a little bit on her.
Set piece, because she is the X-Wing, no Millennium Falcon could compare to the sheer scale of Josh Brolin's head. It was just it was massive.
There's a full cast,
both literally and figuratively, and just it really made me feel like I was in an alien planet.
Those voices are familiar to all of you out there, so let's bring in some more of the Dune cast. Jason Momoa, Javier Bardem, and Josh Brolin. Duncan Idaho, Stilgar, and Gurney Halleck. Hello, gentlemen. And I use that term loosely.
Hello.
This is for all of you. How do each of your characters fit into the world of Arrakis and House Atreides? Let's start with you, Jason. Who are you?
I'm Duncan Idaho. I'm basically the greatest fighter in the world, galaxy for that matter. No, I kind of look at myself as the servant to the Atreides. You know, he's the samurai, he's the front line. He's trusted by the Duke to be sent into Arrakis and meet Stilgar and combine two worlds together. And at the root of it, he just would do anything to protect Paul and the family of Atreides, and looks up to all these guys.
We got two people watching.
Javier, tell us who Stilgar is.
Javier Bardem.
Stilgar is the head chief of the people that live deep in the desert of the planet Arrakis, which is also known as Dune.
Right
he is a leader, he's a fighter, he has a lot of ethics and morals, and he's taken by the message that the Messiah, Paul Atreides, is bringing with him.
Hey, Josh, you're Gurney Halleck. Who is he?
He's a musician.
Yeah, of course. Josh
Do you play the balisette in the movie?
I do. I've been playing the balisette actually since I was about 7 or 8 years old, so which is why I was hired
You're
for
a
this.
prodigy.
I'm the only person who plays the balisette. Gurney is the war master. He's also
the
kind
one
of
who
a parent of sorts, and he's taken a real liking to this kid.
Not my phone camera.
And I think he has a real soft spot because he's this great kind of braveheart warrior, but at the same time has a love of poetry and kind of heart, and there's a softness to him.
We have a fan question. Do any of the three of you tough guys think you could survive on Arrakis?
No way, not me. But those still suits, as they call it, which are the suits that they are wearing, the Fremen, in order to survive in the extreme situation of the desert. They were built amazingly well because once you wear them, you were free to move, and there was kind of a cool, fresh air breeze inside the suit.
I didn't get that model of suit.
I missed out on that suit too. That was definitely
Come on.
Mine would hold a bowl of me like soup. I've never run this much in my life, and then he had me run across the desert, and I was like, I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up. But inside, I was crying like a little baby.
Sharon Duncan-Brewster, question here for Jason. Who do you think would win in a fight, Duncan, Idaho, or Khal Drogo?
Duncan, Idaho.
Really? What gives him the edge?
In the book, the Lieutenant Kynes is a guy, so they did have to change that around.
Okay, that helps. All right, please welcome Zendaya and Sharon Duncan-Brewster. Thanks so much for being here.
All right.
Hello, hello. Happy to be here.
Sharon, your character, Liet Kynes, is a man in the novel. Tell me about the conversations you and Denis had about your taking this role.
Well, I think first and foremost, as far as Denis was concerned, it was all about concentrating on the essence of this person. He's an integral role. He connects all the dots.
Do you
he connects the Harkonnens. He connects
I do like Ice-T as a rapper.
He connects...
It's hip-hop rappers, so yeah, I like Ice-T.
Planet Arrakis, the Sandworms. This is somebody who understands all these worlds and moves in between each and every one. So I don't think it matters that Kynes in the book is a man. What's important is what Kynes stands for.
Sharon Duncan-Brewster.
Zendaya, I have a fan question for you. What most excited you about playing Chani?
She's tough, right? She's a warrior. She's native to this planet. This is all she knows. And so this kind of other kid coming in, she's not really feeling it, but she sees something in him that is obviously an indicator of what is to come.
For you, and this question also for Timothée, these are about young people coming into their own in a world where they face impossible odds, and
so
the world
is like. This is also kind of like coming
well, quite literally another world. It is very special.
This is a moment we've all been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, the world premiere of the feature trailer of Dune.
I'm doing lots of trilogies yet.
It's going to be a mammoth moment when people have the chance to experience something that is not only just exquisite, a feast for the eyes, but is also something that we should take home with us and into our hearts. This film can inspire change.
And on HBO Max.
Dune is a movie about the capacity of adaptation, because there's a lot of changes that are coming. That's why I think that Dune is more relevant than ever.
The next big franchise, unlike
this whole
Artemis
thing has been a magical experience, and to be a part of something that felt this massive, but also just feels like quite literally another world. It is very special.
This is a moment we've all been waiting for.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we're gonna watch the trailer
the world
again,
premiere,
even though
the
because
feature
I put it
trailer
in here
of Dune.
The Warner Brothers logo, legendary logo. I can never get tired of watching this trailer for Dune. This is one of my most hyped up trailers.
There's something awakening in my mind. I can't control it. What did you see? There's a crusade coming. Do you often dream things that happen just as you dreamed them?
Yes.
From director Denis Villeneuve. I don't have HBO Max. Sadly, my parents
remove your hand
afford
from the
it.
box.
Well, if you are gonna go see Dune,
and you die.
Some people are gonna say to go see it on the big screen, but
pain.
Find any way you can succeed.
You inherit too much power. You have proven you can rule yourself. Now you must learn to rule others.
I need to watch the show to be reminded of what awesomeness I'm going to get myself into.
My father rules an entire planet. He's losing it. He's getting a richer one.
Rebecca and John Brolin.
Arrakis is a death trap.
I don't want to watch it pirated. That's fine.
This is an extermination.
Try to go see it in theaters or see it in HBO Max. Either way you can, try and give it your support.
An animal caught in a trap will gnaw off its own leg to escape. What will you do?
I
know you.
Girl, don't be clean.
And my mom only took me to see one movie.
Legend will be born.
Well, if you're not going to be able to see it in theaters right away, then you can just wait for the Blu-ray DVD release. I don't know, but any way you can, try and give it your support.
I can see it.
This is a really good trailer.
I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer.
My Lord Duke.
Where the fear is gone, only I will remain.
This is the biggest what the elf moment. This got out of me. The biggest what the elf moment. The sandworm. Well, it was December, but now it's October 1st, so we'll get a new trailer by then. Frank Herbert would be proud. If
Well, there you have it. I want to thank Warner Brothers and Legendary and Denis and the entire cast. And I want to thank everybody out there for watching this today. And I will see all of you in the theater to see this movie. Thanks so much.
October 1st.
Take care of you.
Love you, man. It's on HBO Max.
I love you.
However you choose.
Hey, Corey.
So that was it. What did the monkey say when I told him a joke? Ooh, hoo, ha, ha, ha. Can I do a favorite song of every year you've been alive video? I don't know. That would be hard. That would be hard to do. A video for songs of every year I've been alive. I don't know. Because there's so many songs I listen to. But also there are a lot of music artists I don't like listening to. I'm not a fan of Cardi B. And I've said this before, I'll say it again until the Cardi B fanatics get off my case. But I have a variety of tastes in music, but if it's something I know I'm not gonna listen to, then I won't listen to it. But I like a lot of music. I like hip hop. I like pop music, techno, 80s music, 70s, 60s, 90s music. I love country music. I like Broadway music, and I love music from some movie soundtracks. So And also, I love rock music. So if I had to do favorite songs of every year I've been alive video, it would be difficult. But that's not a bad idea. I will probably try to think of something, or think of some video, some songs there too, so I can do that. But anyways, that was a funny joke about Mount Venice. Anyways, that was my 2021 behind the scenes reaction to the director and cast, and also a rewatch of the trailer and react to it. I am very excited to see this movie. I hope you all are excited as well. Let me know in the comment section down below, what did you think of this little reaction video? What do you think of my plan for the Road to Dune coverage? All my social media links are in the description box down below. If you like some more to my time, or you want some fan mail, you can email me or DM me privately. Also, all of my merchandise is in my merchandise store. If you would like to buy some future filmmaker 3940 merchandise. Also, I have my full-on Amazon wish list is there if you guys would like to send something to me from that wish list. But it's up to you. But you get in touch with me and you can do that with me. And I will allow you to do it. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified when news videos and such are uploaded. Otherwise, you're not going to get every single notification for live streams like this. Or shit. Well, yeah, if you like some length of time or you want to send fan mail, you can email me and do that as well. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and end this. Sorry about the little distractions and technical difficulties here, but you guys keep it cool, join the Epitassinus, and I will see you for more of the Dune 2020 coverage. We got the miniseries. We're going to be talking about the soundtrack review when it comes out. We're going to talk about the character posters and some early reactions. We're going to react to some future trailers. I am happy about this. And also, on October 1st, I will be doing a live watch along of the film, because it is going to be going to HBO Max. So, I can't wait to see you guys for that. With that being said, you guys, bye-bye, and I'll see you. And look out for those reviews of Tom and Jerry, Malcolm and Marie, Cosmoton, and such coming out later this week. And stick around for the Aquaman commentary coming out soon.